Peace, Water family, and we are back. Thank you for being patient with me during this small hiatus. Over the past weekend, I got to join the gathering of a master's convention in Atlanta. It was absolutely beautiful. It was a dream come true, honestly, to be in a space of that many Black, Indigenous creators, healers, teachers, believers, dreamers, so much powerful energy and just beautiful to witness my reflections teach and uplift and raise the consciousness in each other, as well as creating sacred art, sacred medicine, sacred spaces for one another to heal, to express, to learn. It was a privilege to be called into a space that honored me, that honored me as well as called me into my purpose to help people with energy healing and remember and activate some deep knowledge and wisdom of myself. If you've been on my TikTok, you probably have heard of me talk about men talking starseeds. This was recently coined to me, and I've been on a, I'm going to come back and talk about what I have discovered and my dreams and my experiences that have confirmed for me over years that this is very well a star race that I resonate with, as well as others. But yeah, I just want to say thank you, Atlanta. Thank you, Gathering of the Masters, and for all the beautiful new abundant connections that I've made. Please, Waterher family, check out Lineage Brand. Waterher is now on lineagebrand.com. This is a Black, Indigenous owned space of co-creators who we have a library of ancient knowledge, information, texts, teachings that can help raise your vibration, enlighten your mind, expand your awareness, whatever the fuck this accent just came from, this awareness of yours. It can take it to new levels. There's so much rich knowledge in the library that I can't wait to delve deep into. I know there was a book about harmonizing polarities by Sekhmet that I was very much called to, and this is something I may eventually, speak about, because Waterher is definitely embodying the frequency and the energy and the mission here that we are all gravitating towards, to achieving and becoming more enlightened about. So yeah, it was just beautiful. And if you want to kind of get a taste of what I experienced, go to lineagebrand.com. You can also find a catalog of Black-owned spiritual businesses, services, all kinds of things. And Waterher has now officially landed on the Lineage Brand website. That's lineagebrand.com. Please go check it out. Just explore. The books on there are free. They're PDFs. And there's just so much beautiful stuff. So the intention of this platform is created for those who are on their spiritual awakening journeys and may have just started learning about crystals, may have just started, tapping into what is a Kundalini awakening, going through this spiritual awakening and not really knowing where to go next or who to go to next, and wanting to stay within the community and support one another and go to people who can relate to our life experiences. So this is something that has opened that gateway for us to not be lost anymore, for us to find our reflections, find the information that our soul is guiding us to, that will help amplify us and step into our purpose. So I'm very grateful for the mastermind Haru behind this, who put this platform together for us to empower our community and also support one another on our journeys of remembering, of decolonizing ourselves, of stepping into our gifts, our power, our ancient knowledge of self, and really bringing into full, just bringing into fruition or coming around full circle with this royal energy. I really was going to say something else, but Spirit said royal energy, returning back to our royalty, returning back to our divine true selves. So Atlanta, the whole last week, y'all, while I was gone, I've been doing a lot of healing, a lot of elevating, and it was amazing how in just 2 days of this convention, I feel like I've downloaded a completely new library of information and have been getting to know not only the new stuff I've been exposed to, or not even new, just the ancient stuff that I've been exposed to, but also getting familiar with this new version of myself that has done a lot of inner work up until this point to receive the activations that I did over this past week and to clear my energy, clear my space within, and make room for these transformations, breaking generational curses, breaking cycles, breaking a lot of ways. So it's been a lot of beauty happening within me and around me. And I'm just like so happy to bring this energy back to my Water Her Collective, because I might not be good at this TikTok stuff. I might not be too good at just keeping up on my social media pages and posting a lot. But this is my space where it's like I can be raw, I can be authentic, I can flow. If you flow with me, you flow with me. If you're not, well, bye. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, but I don't edit none of this stuff. It's raw, uncut. Like, this is just how I want to be. Like, I just want to be, and this is where I feel our connections, and I love y'all. Like, so thank y'all. Tap in though to my other social media pages. I do offer some discounts, some specials, and update you guys on events or what's been updated on my website. There's a lot of revamping going on right now. After I thought I just did a revamp like a few weeks ago, well, now it's about to go, my website's about to go through another. And also, if you're in the Dallas, Texas area, I'm also about to begin next week having a practice in person, or that's not what I'm going to say, but having a space in person to do my practices. So energy healing, which is Reiki, soul coaching, and psychic readings, and just a holistic approach to helping others on their spiritual awakening journeys is, what I'm going to be bringing into the community in Deep Ellum. So please do stay tuned, subscribe while you're here, leave a comment, let me know where you're from, let me know what city I need to come travel to, plug me in with whatever holistic, spiritual, conscious events y'all got in your cities. I want to travel, I want to branch out. I will be going to some few events coming up at the end of August and coming back around in October. So I am making it a goal to travel and connect and branch out in the communities with you all, because that's where I truly like to be. And I want to grow these communities here on YouTube, but also connect with me on Instagram and TikTok. So we can just keep the community elevated, and you can constantly get your dose of Water Her. But yeah, I just got to pour into y'all real quick because there's been so much amazing things happening, and I hope you feel it. I'm sending you this love. Like, this weekend, baby, I had the energy burning up in my hands, using this violet energy, this flame, this water, this light, and healing. And I'm very excited to announce that in my energy healing sessions, if you are somebody who has struggled with imbalance in brain chemistries, need help with slowing down brain waves, or just bringing balance back to the brain in whichever way you need, I have literally unlocked and remembered. And it's funny because I experienced this with an old friend who had a manic bipolar breakdown before they were even diagnosed. This was their first time experiencing something like this. And at that time, I wasn't in contact with them because life had gone our separate ways, but always had love for them still. And it was in 2019 when she called me or reached out to me and told me that, model experience just told me I got selected by a designer. I can't wait to see. Oh yes, we're gonna be in New York City, Water Her family, next month. So meet me at the park. Who's in New York City? Because I definitely need to do like the park meetup thing, because I love the parks out there. Anyways. But in 2019, I had this experience where I was definitely studying soul retrieval, doing energy work, learning about so much, right? I was in my hermit phase, off the grid, stay-at-home mom, just over here practicing all these things all day, learning all day. And this woman reached out to me and said her guides told her to reach out to me. And so I brought her home to my space, and I could feel like something ain't right, like it was very bad as far as like not even able to articulate a clear sentence, and was just kind of like metaphorically speaking or jumping all over the place, where I could feel how active their brain was going. Um, and so I remember laying her out on a yoga mat in my backyard by my favorite tree. This tree told me its name. I can't believe I forgot it. But I had a real deep connection to my land I was on and just the trees. And maybe I was nowhere on the web. Like I was deep in this, you know, wake up and talk to the birds, wake up and just connected to nature, tuned in, So adapting to these digital spaces, I get why it's so hard for me, because I'm like, meet me at the park, y'all. Like for real, that's my vibe. But she laid down. And I remember, I was using my hands around her brain. I didn't touch her, but I just remember I was putting my hands around her, and it slowed down her brain frequencies and waves enough to allow her to formulate a clear sentence. And she started expressing these traumas that were coming up and that she was remembering, like things that were distorting her awareness and her intellect. She began to like be able to, decipher and communicate clearly to me what it was. And she was saying she felt more peaceful, more calm, like it felt like it was slowing down, because before she was not able to even process this information that was having her brain going at a very like strong lightning speed. Um, and so that was my first experience with like helping the brain. And I didn't really think of it in that way. So in the last week leading up to this network or networking event or convention of all these amazing master teachers, there was one particular that I happened to step in and listen at the right time. Her name is Dr. Jewel, and she teaches about the brain and neuro redesign, and how the brain can literally change its shape, and how sacred geometry assists with this. She confirmed a lot for me as far as how there is an energy medicine for the brain. And sure enough, if you notice my water her symbolism is the flower of life, and the flower of life was the sacred geometry that helps a lot with not just the brain, but it significantly helps the brain, but also the body, the blood, and just everywhere in you. So, yes, if you have a flower of life shirt, necklace, pendant, wear it, because that literally changes and shifts your DNA. Fun fact. Um, and yeah, so I, at the ATL convention, was called by an older couple who was looking for an alternative way to deal with her husband's experience. He had some type of brain injury, or I didn't know what happened. She said, my business partner was like stroke. So I'm like, okay. So I'm working on their brain, their crown chakra. And I thought I had more learning to do, or just something I needed to wait for. But let me tell you, God was like, "You're ready," and I just did it. And I saw and witnessed a lot of beautiful healing take place for that individual. And when I was working on this energy healing on their crown chakra, I could literally see, and my hands were focused like I was doing like a surgery on this man's crown, where um, on the right side of his brain, it was just like a cluster of stuff. And I worked on it, and I was reshaped. Like I just could see and feel and know. And when I finished, I said to him, like, was your incident like on the right side of your brain? And he was like really like peaceful in his Zen state still. So his wife came in and was like, yes, it was. And I was like, wow, because I just literally saw me doing a lot for this man. energetically on that side of his brain, and just overall just helping rotate the hemispheres in his brain. Like I was amazed because I'm thinking like I need to find somebody to teach me this because a friend revealed to me like you have a gift with that, and I'm like I do because I have helped somebody that had a breakdown, but I've noticed people with brain or things that have happened to them mentally come to me or feel more like just attracted to my energy, period, right? But now it's like I have stepped into fully, like within like 48 hours I stepped into this role at the gathering of the masters where I suddenly became a master healer of, I mean, I always been, right? But I remembered how to use this gift, and the gift began to gift and give out of me. And this was after some really amazing healing that I personally had been initiating for my lineage and for myself, and just getting my energy in the space to be receptive of this higher knowledge, and which led me to this epiphany or this realization from my friend who also pointed me back to my celestial origins of Mintaken. I'm gonna come back and talk about that. But yeah, I guess this reading is about to be something else because I thought success and money, but we're flowing somewhere else. And been talking just to touch briefly on that. It's interesting. It has to do with mermaids and sirens, and I'll tell y'all like how this even stumbled upon me is I've had dreams about being a mermaid and being around mermaids for sure, being in the ocean like a lot. But the other night, like while I was in Atlanta, I had this dream of being asleep in the bed that I was in at my hotel, and I began to have a dream in my dream where I went to a higher dimension. In this higher dimension, I was called to sit by this pond, and this pond had this beautiful teal water, like, and it's interesting. Like, I have two mermaid tarot decks. I love mermaid energy. It's just, but the water looked like this type of blues, and it was so gorgeous. And I just was like, I'm gonna just sit next to it. I'm gonna just be chill. This is crazy because I'm still like processing everything that just happened in this last week. So sorry if I just start staring at stuff like, but I'm like, wow, the signs be signing. Like it's been here under my nose like this whole time. Like, anyways, I am called to this water and I'm sitting next to it. I see people out in the water playing and just enjoying it, but I'm like, ooh, it feels a little chilly out here. The water feels very cool, and I get into the water. Something just pulls me in. And then when I'm pulled into the water, like my head and my neck up is still above water, but something is just like pulling me down, you know, like something just shifts in me. So I'm like, did I become a mermaid? What happened? But something happened where like I began to like breathe in the water, and the water came through my nose and went into my mouth, or it was just filling up this space. And so I wake up in my dream that I'm having in my hotel room, and now I'm like opening my mouth with this water that I've carried from this other dimension back into this space that I'm in. And I open my mouth and I just see this beautiful teal water like staining my sheets, and I'm like, how did I just breathe in or carry this water from this dimension here? And I wasn't choking, I wasn't gagging, I wasn't uncomfortable. I could taste the saltiness of the water. That's about it. But I was like, wow. And of course, I felt like, I've been working on my chakras. So I definitely felt like this color had to do with the heart and the throat chakra. But it also gave me a very potent sign of Mintaken, starseed. So there's been a lot of researching and studying I've been doing on that, which has been confirming a lot of things about myself. Ooh, now I'm settling and want some more Japanese food. I want some fish. Anyway, but yeah, I was learning about them and how they have to do with the mermaids, sirens, and very gentle spirits and beautiful. And they come from a planet within Orion's belt. And The land there was like 95% water, like 4% land. So it's mostly just water. And I love water. Water her, baby. Water her. So, yo, I've been having hella epiphanies and just, oh my gosh, it makes sense. So, yeah, I'm excited to bring this wisdom and this ability into the community in Dallas, Texas. But again, if you are aware of conscious communities or things that are happening in your area, let me know ahead of time, please, so I can try to make it and meet you all in person and be a part of these spaces because I really want to connect physically. Um, but yeah, let's just tap in now. Let's put this back. Let's just tap in. Hold on, you seeing my lights and everything. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's just been so much elevation in the last week. I'm still processing it all. It's beautiful though. Like, I hope some of that information finds you well and you are inspired, or you look up that website, Lineage Brand, to reconnect with some of this ancient knowledge, because that is a beautiful network, first of all, of just so many wise people and offerings and services and things that you can get to help you on this journey of remembering your true divine self. And, we're in the age of Aquarius, so it's giving all of that, here to unveil the truth, coming out of being in the dark, coming out of being deceived and brainwashed and indoctrinated, and actually coming back into this awareness, this knowledge, this hidden knowledge, this wisdom of self that goes back to ancient times where we were royal beings walking this earth. We still are. We still are. Now it's like we're about to really unveil that truth and start living more in this as a full expression of self versus just the idea of, oh, hey, king, hey, queen. No, no, like, no offense, but like, it's deeper than that. Like, whatever they try to make that, like, no, like, it's not going to be just a acknowledge. It's not just going to be a word to describe us anymore. It's going to be an energy where it's like, I see you. I know what makes you who you are, and I know what makes me who I am. We're not just saying king and queen on a subjective level of, you're out here doing the status quo things and you look a certain way and you're no. King royalty is people who are really living in that purpose and that truth and authenticity, that are embodying their full celestial self, or at least willing to discover what that is within them, who they are, beyond what this world has tried to configure us into as kings and queens. No, no. I can't wait to see more gods and goddesses. Can't wait to see more. Okay, so let's just get into whatever this reading about to be. Okay, because baby, I don't plan. That's why I be laughing at my titles at first. Like, we just go with the flow. Seven of Cups is here. So there is a lot of enlightenment happening in the collective right now, where there is a current shedding of beliefs, shedding of identities, sheddings of what you perceived and what you understood to what it is now and what you're learning, what you're developing into. There's a lot of like manifestation occurring between your thoughts and your energy, and how it's becoming a thing right in front of you. So pay attention to the stuff that is in front of you, literally, or that you hear, because there is an opening of the crown chakra here. There's a lot of crown activity, so you could definitely be experiencing this in the sense of exploring your own inner beliefs and being curious to branch outside of them, to leave behind certain things and open your mind up to new knowledge, new information. And this is a very good sign, because this is letting you know that your soul in your body is expanding. Some of you could also be, what is this? Jasper, who are you talking to? Like, I just want to know, like, who's he talking to? Clarify the Seven of Cups. Yeah, I feel like in the collective right now, with this opening of your crown chakra and exploring different lanes or routes of information and really growing into this space of what it is you accept as truth or what is relevant to your soul's journey at this present time. This new level of awareness that is coming in is what's causing you to leave behind a level where emotionally you have grown and reached your full potential. So now it's like this new level that's opening up to you to expand further. It's occurring within the mind, but this mind is not only just thinking, but it's feeling and it's sensing and it's connecting with this intuitive energy here with the King of Cups, where you're deciphering what's for you and what isn't by how something makes you feel. You know, some questions to ask yourself is like, do I believe this because this is what I experienced, or am I going based off of somebody else's experience? Cut that shit out. Um, there's a maturing happening here in the emotional body too, where I see an image of some of you being like drenched out. You could be flooded with literally memories of your past selves. You could be going through like a timeline of yourself that you're seeing that is no longer who you are. Like, you know that you've gone through some type of rebirth or you're in the process of being rebirthed. This has something to do with the current energies in the sky. What's going on, astrology? Astrology knows, they can put in the words for me, but there's something in your birth chart that is being influenced or affected by the cosmic energies here, where your awareness mentally is being expanded emotionally from your heart. I do see a lot of self accountability here too. Um, I see a lot of possibly even going to therapy or seeking counsel or seeking some type of healer or energy reader or something of that sort to help you with this process of releasing this timeline that you see no longer is who you are or the direction you feel called to go anymore. It's like when you're in that space of just reviewing and reassessing your life, reassessing where you've been, who you've been, and how your thoughts or energy or how you felt about yourself were the building blocks to those experiences. And now it's like you want to push those building blocks over and you want to reinsert some new building blocks that reflects this more evolved version of yourself, because your soul is what's doing this. Your soul is what's like, it's time to make room for your true authentic self here, because this is about someone or whoever resonates with this message vibrating or coming into a vibration that is in alignment with their most authentic true self. You've gained some keys to enlightenment of who this self is and how to show up as it. There's a spiritual awakening happening for a lot of us right now. And this is beautiful because it is showing us that we've graduated, we've ascended from a level of being, of knowing, of thinking and doing that aided us, but now it's no more. So we're going to see what's coming next, but this is definitely a rebirth happening in your spiritual body or your spiritual awareness of self, where it's like, oh, you thought that was it? Oh, well, watch this. Now let's push and expand your self-awareness even further, because your soul is infinite and you've gotten far, yes, but there's so much more to you. So this is honestly very exciting to see collectively how we all are finding ourselves in a space where we are surrendering to a higher self. And there's multiple higher selves. You know, whatever is the next level for you. Okay. So yeah, this is a result. This is definitely an achievement here for um being open-minded with this high priestess here, with really getting in tune or curious about this knowledge of self. Some of you have been listening to your intuition and acting upon the things that you feel you have to do or supposed to do, or who to go to, who to work with, and um, you're, it's working for you. Whatever magic you've been doing, creating, whatever healing, whatever rituals you've done to remember thyself, to be in your true power, to reclaim your self-worth, your confidence. Maybe that's something you're being guided to do right now, is how can I honor and celebrate myself through ritual, through how I care for my skin, my body, my temple. But a lot of you guys have definitely had this expansion happen in your self-awareness. And with the self-awareness, it has brought forth these gifts. You might be noticing you're more telepathic. Oh my gosh. They're showing me this past weekend, like this man had this game, right? Of like he'll give you a number telepathically. And if you guess right, he'll give you a piece of silver. I should have had the silver for this life. Let me see if it's not up here. Yes. Anyways, I want a piece of authentic silver and it's gorgeous. I'm going to have to share it with you another time because he gave me a telepathic number and I guessed it correctly. Or I knew intuitively correctly how to guess. I knew I received the telepathic message. And some of you are also at this point of experiencing heightened awareness and heightened gifts. So this is not a physical reading. This is very much spiritual. This is very much about what is happening on an emotional, energetic, and quantum level. I'm hearing for some, like a lot of deep healing, a lot of deep clearing, um, restructuring of who you are on a molecular level, on a DNA level, um, having like awakenings here, and especially in the heart space. And this is helping you transform. And this is also showing you how fast your thoughts become things, your telepathic, your intuition. Where is this accent coming from? Like Mercury retrograde always got me like talking with some type of accent. Like what? Like my other bloodlines are trying to come in. I got a little Irish in me, y'all. Like if y'all hear a little twang. But anyways, you're starting to see, like, you think of something, it comes, right? And it's happening quicker. Thoughts become things quicker. Your energy is moving quicker. You overall just feel like you're getting the information, the insight, the confirmations. 3333 are caught on the clock. Where, yeah, you are tapping into the affinity of yourself. Mm. And you, man or woman, non-binary, whoever you are that resonates with this message, your spirit team wants you to know that they are so proud of you, that they see that you have worked diligently on the lessons of boundaries, of self-love, of self-care, of not being afraid to try new things, explore new knowledge, and open yourself up to greater awareness of your gifts, of your power, of your abilities. And as a result, now you have achieved some new level here where you are able to trust and surrender more, or these are things you may still be practicing and learning as we're speaking, but just know that you will never be led astray when you are following your intuition. Because by you clearing up this inner world, by you reshaping it and remembering who you are seeing that, like, you truly are a co-creator, a part of your life experience here. And that with every problem, there is a solution, and you have that solution. You are that solution. When you rely on yourself, when you listen to that whisper, when you trust your gut, when you decipher and decode your dreams, when you act without thinking about why you're acting or what this action is for, but you're just doing it because you feel like this is the right thing to do, or yeah, you're magnetizing things to you. And we have the devil here. So I feel like this devil energy is boring. It's boring us to death. No. Sorry about this devil energy. I saw it reversed, but we're gonna see. This devil is around the Empress. So divine feminine energy. Be cautious of whoever you are, man or, this is not gender specific. Divine feminine does not mean woman per se, but just you connecting more with this awakened, aware, spiritual knowledge, self knowledge, really elevating in power, in ranking, in your soul's expression. There are certain energies, that are attracted to that want to test you, that want to, see if you really are who you are showing up energetically as, So this is not a time to think of yourself small or to not be willing to do the things that God has put in front of you to learn how to do to defend and protect yourself. When you're seeing in dreams energies that are coming in trying to siphon you through sex, through feeding you, through things where it's like they're trying to work on you to take energy from you, or they're fighting you or battling you, or there's some type of conflict going on in this dream state, or just appearing in your physical life where it's like, your your energy, your light has expanded, right? And so you are able to see through, okay? Because what happens to anything that comes into the presence of light? It is exposed. So you're able to see through these energies, these people, these personas, these situations, to be able to, discern and make the correct decisions to keep yourself ahead of whatever problem or attack or anything that is tried to be directed towards you. Because, yeah, there are people and situations that are still operating in this low frequency, right? That want to try to lie, scheme, play, etc. But you being in this, and this is because you're in your power. So I'm hearing the song, you better run, run, run like a demon's chasing you. You better run. All right, and that's not so much literal, but it is to me saying that don't slow down and get caught up in these mind games and these energy tricksters when you are truly a powerful source of light and wisdom and abilities that how can I say this? Destroy those things. You can destroy those things that are trying to destroy you. You know, the only way that they have an advantage against you is if you try to operate in whatever past version of yourself you were that was unaware or didn't have the knowledge or didn't have whatever it is you needed to be able to defend yourself. But that's not who you are anymore. So it is okay to utilize the things that you know today. All right. One second. One second. Ooh. You better run, run, run like the demons chasing you. You better run. Okay. Unfortunately, my light does not charge. Damn, I grabbed the wrong charger. How about that? 1 second. Thank you for your patience. Ooh. Oh, ouch. Yeah, you definitely ascended because I'm just feeling like there are some energies around you. So definitely take heed to doing any type of protection rituals, wearing black onyx, securing your home, your space. Book a personal session with me if you need to, if you want to learn more about this stuff and how to, protect yourself. If you're getting headaches or if you're experiencing things, you need to take some spiritual cleansing baths. There's different things at this level where you'll have to really prioritize spiritual maintenance, which is really just self-care. Okay. Because yeah, there's energies like this is not to be afraid of. It's just being aware of it, that with your light being where it is now and your gifts heightening, like you're going to be seeing and experiencing way more than what you're used to. All right. I see some of you may have a relative, a lover, a friend, could be earth sign. Oh, wait. We got the emperor out here. Okay. We got the emperor and empress. So this is that twin flame energy coming in, or your soul counterpart, where this ascension that's happened in one or both of you, perhaps, this is aligning you two together. But there could be some interference here for those who resonate more on the feminine side, or just no. Okay, they're saying it's happening both ways because we both have masculine and feminine energies. So because you have glowed up significantly and you're in this new power, both of you could be experiencing different energies coming from different people that are trying to interfere in this connection. Now, this is happening on the spiritual plane. You guys could be already physically together, or you haven't made it to that point yet. I do feel like with this magician and six of swords, you two are manifesting each other, or you're manifesting some type of move out of whatever has been trying to create conflict or hardship between you guys in this relationship. So I do feel like there's specifically for some of you that are not in connection with your twin flame yet, 313 on the clock. So this is definitely signifying some type of manifestation and communication happening between both of your souls, where spiritually you both have anchored some new level of self-awareness and power and abilities, right? You've gone through some type of healing and you're currently in this energy of healing, and it's like you're being prepared for something, but what is it? Okay, it's a grand plan, baby. You're being prepared for, first and foremost, God's plan, that you're here to serve. But there is somebody that is significant for you on this journey as well. I mean, soul family is definitely taking a role in this as well when it comes to meeting counterparts that will collaborate with you in business and creating structures and everything I pretty much talked about in the beginning of this video about coming together in community and working together, collaborating, and where there's it's a purpose for all of us, but there's a space for each of us individually in this purpose, in this grand scheme of things, right? But for some of us, definitely there's a connection here with somebody in love. um, who I see who feels deeply connected to you on a soul level. A part of this healing or this epiphanies and all this stuff you've been going through where you've been shedding this old identity of yourself, you could have also came into this awareness of somebody or a soul connection, even if you don't know who this person is yet. You're becoming aware of, you're connecting with somebody spiritually, or there is a counterpart for you spiritually. But there's this devil energy that's trying to ride on the both of your tails, I'm hearing. Like, you better run, 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 like a demon's chasing you. Okay, that's making sense. There's some type of energy here that's trying to run like that's trying to ride the both of your tails and trying to get you off of this course of ascension when you guys are very close to being right here with each other. It's like you're bow. All right, so yeah, because this is being manifested and this looks like it's happening very suddenly. Um, but yeah, it's like leaving this lonely, dark journey, this journey of feeling like things were stagnant, things were broken or disappointed, or wherever you and this person left off, or whatever you both individually been experiencing, where there's been some pain and heartache and strife and conflict and challenges and so much darkness that you've been going through, and now you're finally getting to this point of like being completely renewed, and this is lightening up your energies to where you guys are literally attracting each other like this. Well, now here comes this devil energy that's like trying to lower your vibration by getting you to go back into old behaviors, old patterns, old tricks, old things. I mean, it could be new tricks, but it's same devils, new levels type of shit. Where it's like this emperor, you know, could also be protecting you as well too, spiritually, from this energy. There's something about helping one another. Anyways, what else? Spirit, what's going on with this magician energy? The Fool. Yeah, some of you guys are literally about to step into a beautiful divine union where you are going to have a complete reset in this connection, and you're going to. Ooh, my ears ringing. Yup, got the message. Tapped in. But yeah, you guys are about to have a complete new reset in this connection after going through this process of elevating, of ascending. Like, there's been so much healing going on over the last few months to a year even. But in these last few months, especially within these last few weeks, baby, I feel like last week really wiped out a lot of generational baggage. Okay? And this could have been collectively as well too. So with the Fool here, zero, coming back to that 0 point, that new energy, that just out fresh out the oven energy. Yeah, you and this person are mutually manifesting this connection, and this is unlike anything, because I feel like the connection here and the way you're going to be experiencing each other is going to be in such a divine orchestrated way and experience of what you feel, because this type of relationship is truly futuristic. I don't know what that means right now. We're gonna talk about that later, but it's futuristic where it's like it redefines what love is supposed to look like. Ooh, I have a poem that goes like that. I'm gonna have to find that poem. I keep saying, y'all bug me about posting my poetry more. I used to have a lot of it up, but I take it down because I'm like, I don't trust you on the internet. But anyways, I wrote something about, and this poem is about a transformation. It's talking about at first recognizing yourself as being the lighthouse, the one that people come to for help, for healing, for support, to be understood or receive compassion, whatever. Always being the savior of people. And in this poem, I describe a beautiful tower moment of this lighthouse crashing down, and you, the soul, the light that was in that lighthouse, being relinquished into this water that was under the moon and being shot up into the sky. as the moon. You know, your light is as big as the moon. And it's like this epiphany of realizing you were the moon the whole time. Like you were the lighthouse. You always saw this reflection of the moon, and it's like you connected with this moon. But it wasn't until you relinquished this identity as the lighthouse to realize that you had always been that you were much bigger, that you literally create tides and waves and do things for the earth's electromagnetic fields and others magnetic fields, and this is why they're drawn to you and all kinds of shit. Ooh, this is getting deep. Y'all know I like to go deep. But it's a beautiful poem I wrote, and I will definitely have to find my journals where I have it. In fact, on my Instagram, I'll probably reshare it on my story today. Follow my Instagram, but it was the first poem that I began to sing because I was like, wow, like this is literally a song. Like, I don't know, it's beautiful. So it's a raw, uncut video of me like singing this poem, and it made me emotional because honestly, it was making me emotional thinking about it. Like that poem was for me and how I felt as this light being, but was confined and restricted within this role of like being a savior for everybody else, or being limited because if I was too much of myself, then I was, you know, a disruption to society or something that was not accepted, right? And so, man, and in that poem, I also had a line that was like saying, like, you know, all that's left on this island around this lighthouse are rocks, you know, calcified thoughts of what love is and what love should look like. But all of it stole. I was yearning for that love of the water, of the moon, of the universe. And some of you guys are about to come into this connection with this person and experience the love of the fucking universe with this person and what it means to really be in, I don't even want to say be in love, man. There's so many layman terms that don't describe what I'm feeling. Ugh. But just know you guys are both mutually manifesting each other. You'll see, right? Yeah, because death has definitely closed out a very strenuous, restricted, and full of lessons, challenging season for the both of you. And somebody's choosing to jump over their fears and any previous limitations that they've set in the dark, thinking about, reflecting on where they come from, why, etc., and doing that inner shadow work, right? To be able to stand in their power to come towards you because they missed you. They miss this love. They miss this connection. They miss this feeling where it gives them a sense of home. Because Earth for most of us is not home. Earth is a place we're visiting and we're trying to recreate our homes here on this earth, right? But for most of us, it's like we're longing for that celestial family. We're longing for that celestial home that we once had, that, you know, and there were people that we resonated with and that were a part of our celestial family. And so this is a soul mate, quite literally, that is a part of your soul, is a part of you, and that part of you that is sacred, ancient, beyond any type of defined uh, belief of what you are as a Black, Mexican, Indian, Italian, whatever construct of concepts, fuck them concepts. I'm like, whatever concepts we have layering us to identify as this that we look at every day, like, no, you know, that's only so far. But this person is like somebody who connects with your heart, your soul, you know, something that cannot be defined by society. So yeah, I just feel like this is a very transcendental type of love. Um, and yeah, what's this? Verify the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this is over. This trying to make yourself fit or be in a part of a fucking circus, or being in relationships for the wrong reason, or being deceived, by people who pretended to be your person, to pretended to be your friend, who pretended, you know, no, that cycle is over because you see through it now. You've had enough experience, you've leveled up some levels here, and you can, like I said, now that your light is fully on, anything that comes into your frequency is exposed immediately. You already know because you know how I be knowing. Okay, look, this five of wands right here. When I be talking to a motherfucker and I'm like trying to share like things from my soul, my heart, and who I am and my life's journey and my awareness of what these things mean and what they've taught me. And it's not like no regular like, yeah, I learned that I need to like work on communication. No, it's like I'm speaking of spiritual warfare. I'm speaking of, different perspectives of life that we're not taught in school, but like I'm speaking in universal code and languages and stuff that really happens spiritually. And like when I start really getting on that soul level of intimacy and depth with a person, and I realize that they can't handle it or they're judging me, and when a person's judging you by how they're responding and how they're reacting, or how they start gaslighting, or how they start trying to think that they're figuring you out, or oh, now I know why you're reserved, I know why you act like this now, and you probably act like you're the traumatized one and you need to heal. Like, no, baby, I'm not the problem here. Like, but it's all that weird deceptive energy where it's like they want you to fit within whatever idea that they have about you, or at the level of consciousness that they have, which is not even touching yours. And what's my point here? My point is that you will feel within your spirit anger, defensiveness, frustration. Like, ew, like, what the fuck am I even speaking to someone like you? Like, you're literally trying to bring me back to a vibration or a level of being that I am not even associated with anymore, because my awareness has expanded past all of that. You're talking about a journey of being a hoe. I'm talking about real spiritual warfare. I'm talking about shit that's plagued my family from lineages. I'm talking about some information that, like, I really have gained and earned through my rites of passages. And how dare anybody judge your rites of passages, your life experiences, your journey, and the insight and the wisdom that you gained from it, not just logically, but spiritually. You feel me? So, when you start talking to a person and you see that they can't even carry a conversation with you on that level, baby, that shit falls off immediately. It's like, I'm not in that paradigm. Like, I know in your paradigm it's cute to watch, to participate in this whole spiritual community thing, watching the videos and watching us when how we do it, and buying the crystals and doing your little positive talk, and you know positive bullshit. I know that's cute, but like, baby, like in your paradigm, you know y'all are mimicking us for real, for real. Let's just be fucking frank. Because if you actually had to put on a warrior's pair of shoes, yeah, y'all want to wear the warrior aesthetic, tribe aesthetic, all this jewel, all this. I'm about, I am spiritual. Y'all want to wear the aesthetics. Y'all want to wear the persona. Y'all want to wear it, but if you actually put on the warrior shoes, or you hear a warrior's real life story and the shit that they've seen, the shit that they know, oh, where's my Palo Santo? Yeah, because not to be rude, but by being blunt, I'm just letting y'all know, like, these people try to mimic us all the time that have no connection, no remembrance. They're in the same spaces as us. They are attracted to us. They're drawn to us. They study us and don't even realize that they're under possession. Don't even realize that they're being strung like a muppet. They're not even conscious, but they're in conscious community groups. Y'all, let me not talk too much shit, but I'm gonna say what the fuck I want, because it's real, and that's how it's like, and that's what I tell people today. Like, I know what's for me and who's for me based off what I can share with them and how they make me feel about it. If I share something with you about my journey, just like anybody else can tell you about theirs, and you make me feel judged, or you make me feel like I'm crazy, or you make me feel like I'm weird, or you make me feel like I shouldn't have said that, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Where you can't care, get the fuck out of here. Like, I know you're posing. I know you're fake. You're fake. This is why I don't want a relationship. I just want a burrito and a nap, and not necessarily in that order. And exactly. That's exactly where I am. Like, I tell people I do not date. I don't want to date. I'm not interested in dating. Because when I know who that person is, I will know. And they all, what the hell will you know? Well, through the level of conversation that I can have, the level of awareness that we can share. Like, can we talk about, like, do you know? No, we're not even. I'm not even gonna get into this. What do you know? And because it's not about intellectualism. But most people think it's about intellectualism. It's not about the intellectualism. It's about how much of your soul you are embodying in order to even have this information, to even have this level of consciousness. And most people will only imitate and mimic spirituality and not really actually embody it because their soul is still fucking fragmented, and they want to talk to me and think I want to date and be interested in them when I can look at them and see how fragmented they are. That to see me, somebody secure in myself, the only way they can even have a conversation or be in my presence or talk to me is by trying to fragment me up, trying to decipher me and slice me up and project onto me and try to act like I'm the same traumatized person that they are, because that's all they can filter me through is their fucking trauma. And so that's why it's like, no, fuck that shit. We don't need to fucking um, entertain relationships and people and any of this fucking fake bullshit ass Decepticon ass shit. Like, no. The best thing ever for people that you can do for yourself and others is loving yourself, being committed and devoted to yourself, and know that when it is time for you to have a purposeful connection with somebody, that it will happen. And you will know, because the level of purpose you feel with this person ain't just, I want to have a baby, I want to marry them, I want to, have the cute house and cars and things. It'll be like, I know I'm supposed to help. We have a purpose to help each other elevate in our soul's expression on this earth and what we came here to do. It'll be conversations like that. Yes, there may be a baby and kids and things involved in there that will be a part of this. Okay, not to say those things can't be a part of it, but what I mean is, it's not just going to be from the ego. It's not going to be from, you know, it's going to be from, I know our bloods are supposed to mix with each other, baby. Like, I know we're supposed to bring in these royal babies, these royal star seeds. I know, like, we're doing some real alchemy and shit together. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yeah, see, self love, working on yourself, being ready, going through this healing process, which I feel like most of us have been in this season of being to ourselves anyway, because God has really been getting us ready for this full energy. Let's look more into this, but now I'm excited. But yeah, I'm like, this is what I was talking about though. You'll feel the confliction in your spirit when you speaking to somebody that's not vibrating on the same frequency as you, but wants to wear the aesthetic and look like and talk like and act like they can keep up with you. They can't. And they got this energy in them that's not even for you. And that's trying to sabotage this stuff that is coming in towards you that is in alignment with you. And that being a fucking soul partner. A soul partner. They don't understand what a soul partner is. This is a new level of relationships of dating where you really don't need that many. Shit, you don't. You have these soul mates and these connections with people where you're collaborating with each other for a bigger purpose and a bigger cause. But a soul partner, like, this shit ain't all bubbles and kites and no, like, a soul partner is definitely going to be something in your life that is going to push you, challenge you, make sure that you are not growing complacent. You know, they don't understand this. Okay, they not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Clarify the fool. Clarify the flow energy. Yeah, let's kind of clarify the flow. Yeah, it's this rebirth energy after literally being in this space of feeling like you had to literally confront and deal with any type of fears that were holding you back from embracing this authentic version of yourself and who this energetically aligns you with. Okay? Some of you have clarified, you've been realizing, this emperor came out. So there's a divine masculine, there's an emperor energy here that feels like when they lost you, if this was in another lifetime or if this was current in this life where they connected with you, but they were in this state of not having the level of consciousness or soul awareness that I've described here. And they may have fumbled or they may have, just been going through some type of dark phase where they were going through the dark night of the soul. Okay. And most of them are now reaching this point where they're having the awakenings, they're having the epiphanies, they're having the realizations, everything's coming full circle and ascending, right, into this new rebirth energy here. And this person is definitely guided by their divine feminine and the energy that is occurring within your own, within their within the spiritual journey, because this is not always about physical journey, but about the spiritual journey, like what you two are mirroring in this connection. Page of Swords too lets me know this emperor has been watching or studying or learning from you, or learning things that remind them of your energy or shows them what to look for when it comes to actually attracting this soul partner. It's like they're learning information that will help them discern who you are, because I feel like before their discernment was not very clear. There was some cloudiness in their judgment. And this emperor, with waking up and realizing what they feel like could have been like, damn, I missed this. I didn't even, it was right here. I didn't even notice. Like, what's going on with me? But they feel like very, this is something that they feel very sad about. They felt very sad about this separation. But I'm seeing that this separation was a trigger for them, a trigger into this hermit energy, to go through this dark night of the soul, to do this soul searching, this soul cleansing, this soul retrieval even. What's going on with this Emperor and Three of Swords? But they're coming back around in this secure energy. So it's like something about them had to grow secure in themselves. They could have been too dependent on external validation or trying to fit in with society and things of that nature, right? But they're coming back being more secure in themselves, in their own values, and their own beliefs, and being more grounded in this relationship, in this power to their higher self. Show me more about this Emperor. That's too many. Show me more about this Emperor. Okay. Yeah, this person is definitely realizing like the journey did not, like they've been on a journey this entire time with you, spiritually that is, and they're at this point where they're realizing that even though it's been a long journey of going through this dark night of the soul and clearing out all this, bullshit from their ego, from their lives, from everything, a part of them that was not rooted in truth. Um, they've been fighting for this breakthrough. They've been fighting to move forward and keep going despite how exhausted they've been. And they're feeling like they're approaching the end or at least a milestone in this journey. They know this is one that is long, that requires endurance. And they've definitely endured a lot. But they are very much tapped into their resiliency. Where now it's like, what is their intentions with this Four of Pentacles? What's this? Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. I just got too many cards on the table now. Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I just feel like this person is like, they're ready to make an offer, a gesture of communication. Yeah. Ace of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a King of Pentacles and here's the Queen of Pentacles. There's an Emperor out here and an Empress. So this is reflecting that in this connection and individually, you both have evolved, you both have matured, you both have stepped into a lot more than what you were when you left each other in this past life or where you left each other at in this current life. And now that you're coming back around to each other, yeah, this person's intending to come in with more, how do I say this? I just feel like with this Four of Pentacles, somebody is coming in with the intention to lay down a foundation with you. You know, if this is just beginning as a friendship or just being in more communication with each other. So I feel like this person wants to rekindle, revisit each other, things of that sort. They want to share with you things that they've remembered or that they've become aware of. They really just want to have a deep conversation with you. Really, there's going to be a deep conversation, and a lot of it's going to be around healing this connection or feeling healed through the acknowledgement that occurs throughout this connection of each other, feeling understood, feeling like, okay, like I know exactly what you mean, like, you know, I know exactly what you felt and experienced. Like there's a justice happening for you two in this connection where this longing for each other or for something or someone out there that can really, you know, match your frequency. You know, it's definitely approaching here where there's a lot of healing that's going to happen in this connection because ultimately, look, how about that? They want to heal this connection, temper, start. They want to make things right with you, have a fresh start with this cover energy here, 10 of Cups, where you guys come together and leave behind this energy of feeling sad and separated, 5 of Cups, because now you're back in this union, this strong union where it's like, Sade, nothing can come between us. Nothing ever did come between y'all. You may have gone your separate ways for the time being to come into this version of yourself that you are now, but ain't nothing coming between this type of love. This love is the type of love that literally is written in the stars. You can find everywhere, all over in nature. Yeah, somebody's pausing to reflect on the things that they've realized. They have a renewed sense of faith, or you're about to experience something here soon where it's like your faith will be renewed in love, in community, and work, and all kinds of things. You're going to start to see God coming through, delivering. End of learning cycle. So yeah, this is coming out of that dark night of the soul after reflecting on the destructive behaviors. So this learning cycle was a period of self-destruction and releasing those um, habits, those tendencies, those mindsets, those beliefs, those behaviors. Okay. Also, yeah, end of learning phase, end of learning cycle, end of learning phase. So heavy on that. There is a lot of closing of those cycles happening at this time. Patience and progress. So we know it's been a long time coming, but hey, we finally here. Limitations. So this person, you might not be able to communicate in this very moment, or you might be feeling, I mean, there's only so many hours in the day I'm hearing, but they're like, look, it's going, these limitations, I feel like, are things that have been resolved or resolving within oneself. Okay. And They're ready to make this progress. You and them are ready to make this progress, not with just each other, but in the direction you've both been divinely guided and shown that you're meant to go. So it says patience and progress, sudden progress and change. So yeah, I said I felt like this was going to happen all of a sudden. It's going to be divinely orchestrated. Renewed faith was definitely giving this energy of like, wow, like look at this miracle. Like this is like miraculous how this happened, or like I was giving up, and then all of a sudden, so it's definitely going to be an energy here where and then I also too feel they're showing me this renewed faith comes from going through this dark night of the soul and really learning how to develop faith, how to develop that connection to trust, to surrendering to a higher power. Like a lot of that was developed in this period of separation with renewed faith, believing in oneself again, believing in love again, believing in one's ability to make the right decisions for their own life and listening to other people. So much here where faith was tested or required, and you had to constantly show up being more faithful than you've ever been before, or learning how to be faithful. This is now a completion point where, okay, believe and you shall see. And success and perseverance is here. So I definitely mentioned, yeah, this resilient energy here is like, maybe it may have been a long time coming. It's been a long road for a journey, but there is a milestone. There's an ascension that's been completed. We did speak of that, so that's confirmation. Major ending and new beginning. Period. Pooh, the Fool energy. Soulmate. Now, commitment, marriage. This soulmate it's supposed to have like a name here, but your soulmate, this person, at this new level of ascension you've achieved, know that this relationship will evolve to this. This person, I said, wants to come in with a solid foundation by offering you that, this relationship, this friendship, whatever, to get this ball rolling and evolve into this higher level of commitment. Because they're finally taking a stand, standing in their truth, standing in their power, standing against the grain. I'm seeing that image you see where like the matrix is following all going one way, but then there's that lit up person who's like, you know what? I'm going that way. This is what this person had to do. But there is about to be a positive transition. And it's like taking a stand has been important along this journey that you individually have been going through. Because this is what has prepared you through experience to help others and mentor them. Like I said, gaining all this knowledge, all this wisdom, having all those experiences and things, it definitely happened for a reason. And then once you and this person come together, it's going to even click more why you were exposed or you saw certain things. And because when they come into the picture, it's like I'm seeing two puzzle pieces come together where it's like it clicks and there's like another perspective or just something there to make more full your understanding of something. I don't know. It's just going to be a very like, it's just going to make sense, right? Positive transition is here. Yes. Sudden change. So this is literally another soulmate card. Dreams come true. So sudden change, a lot. This is suddenly, and like I said, it's divinely orchestrated. So yeah, the universe has a beautiful surprise for you as a reward and gift for all the beautiful healing that you've done on yourself and that you've done for your lineage, not just yourself, really, your whole lineage. From blood lineage all the way to your celestial star lineage. You've been honoring so much, and they're all so proud of you. This is exciting. Let me see. Is there anything else? Let's see. What's on the heart? I'm draw 2 cards. Yeah, shocking, unexpected, and something that's been concealed or mysterious to you. That you're like, who's this person? Or who could it be? Or clairvoyance. Definitely some clarity coming in. You're about to see things that you imagined or you dreamed of, or you've sensed or known in some type of way. Now it's about to make itself obvious to you, and is going to be unexpected, as I said. So that's just a conversation, or that's just a confirmation. But hell, that might be a literal conversation you and this person have that is sparked spontaneously. Ooh, get ready, stay ready, okay? Smell your breath, check yourself out, stay ready now, okay? Don't be out here, this person might just pop up tomorrow now. You're like the Oracle from the Matrix, only young and sexy instead of miserable and grandmotherly. Oh, thank you. Yeah, definitely embodying that sacred sensuality, sexuality, energy. Hope I forever look young and sexy. I plan on it. For sure. But thank you for the compliment. I do take that. Like, I receive that because, yeah, I feel that way. I feel like everybody in the movie Matrix, honestly. I feel like I played almost every part, except the agents. I don't really resonate with the agents. But no, I lied. I do. I feel like I've been an agent in some people's story because some people don't be knowing, I'm only what they think I am in some people's stories. So even if I've always been this brilliant, luminous, unicorn, magical ass energy that I know I am, to some people I have been a villain. I've been, something in their story that was like everything else. I don't know. People have their own perspective. So, but anyways, I do resonate with the Oracle. That reminds me of, right, everyone you met created a new version of you that exists within them. Basically, that's why I'm like, y'all, when it comes to these soul partnerships, you don't got to do no fucking explaining yourself. Or it's not even like, because my mom always tells me this, like, don't explain yourself. But I'm like, Mom, I don't really be explaining myself. I be making it fucking clear to people, like, this is you, this is me. Oh, you thought this is who I am? No, let me skirt, because that's just how I verbally set boundaries, and energetically too, because it's like I'm not really saying it much for them. I'm saying it for me, because how dare I allow a person's thought or opinion to come into my frequency to tell me who I am, to try to color me, color me in a different aura, when I'm like, take that shit back. This is who I am. This is what I'm about. I don't understand. Y'all ain't about to discolor me over here. So I'm like, but when you find yourself in those type of exchanges where you've got to push back, that's when click, we gotta go. I love doing interpretive dance. That's so amusing. I'm still waiting for some footage of me doing interpretive dance. That is so, I'm gonna use that piece of advice, because I do love to dance, and like honestly, I don't like being that serious. So it's like, yeah, if you're feeling the waves, if you're feeling the frequency when I start moving and doing all my things, like, yeah, maybe we can talk then. Maybe we can work it out then. But until then, yeah, stay blessed, stay high vibrational, take care of yourself. Remember who the fuck you are, all right? And know that somebody is definitely ready to shock you, to let you know that they also know who the fuck you are, way deeper than anyone. Oh, I'll be back. Mwah. Peace, butter, family.